Hello. Maybe 9 minutes late, but we are here. It's Friday. You know what that means? Real Pastors Live. My name's Gary. I don't know why I am blue. Um, I don't know. New setup here. It's my wife's computer. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Now I'm not so blue. We just moved to a new house, so brand new setup. So trying to get everything ready to go. But we are here. Efren is on his way to the studio, and he will join us. But today we have a very special episode for you all. We're talking some movie news. Been a while, but we got some movie news to talk about. Some really, really big things going on in the movie world. Some big deals going on. Some, new trailers have dropped. Some things that I'm pretty excited about. And, so we're going to talk about all that today. But first, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Hit the button, subscribe, hit the alert so you know when we show up. We're here on Fridays live, and sometimes we'll just show up doing random things. You want to be alerted when we are here. So hit the alert, hit the like, and do all that. If you hear noise in the background, it's my father-in-law. Jim, say hey.
Hey.
He's working on a door over there. I never know what he's doing, but he's doing something with tools, stuff I know very little about. So I'm here doing nerd stuff while he works on the house. So pretty much how it goes. So yes. So comment along. Let us know what are some things you're excited about in the movie news world, and we will bring you on the show. And love to hear from you. So hey, Andrea, we are good. We're doing really good and doing well. My son Carter is in the background. So before Efren comes on, I want to share with you guys. I went a little Blu-ray crazy this week, and I would like to show my stack. You heard me right. So Efren's ready to go and bring in. All right. Okay. My stack of brand new movies. So here we go. Boom. New remastered edition. Batman vs Superman. That light's bright. Right there. Added that. Got this for $1.95 at a place we'll talk about soon called McKay's. Look at that. Unbreakable DVD Vista series. Just check this out. Look at that. That is what, boom, physical media should look like right there. Got Mr. Glass, Bruce Willis right there. I already have it on Blu-ray, but I had to own that one, Boom. Dollar General. If you got Dollar General around you and you collect movies, check it out. They got random movies there. True crime, Clint Eastwood movie, detective movie, I guess. The wrestling nerd in me had to get this. Boom. Sean versus Brett, great rivalry. The other guys, not Vince Vaughn, Will Ferrell, classic comedy with Mark Wahlberg. And Vince Vaughn, Couples Retreat. And last but not least, my favorite Bond movie, Casino Royale. So I picked those up. Checked quite a few off the wish list this week. So I just thought I'd share. You guys always hear me talk about my wish list. So I thought I'd share and tell you guys what I got added to the collection. Because physical media is great and it is important. So, all right. So, got Andrea here saying, hey. We'll say hello. Hey, there's Efren. How are you?
Hey.
Welcome.
Doing good. Finally got my junk together, ready to roll.
Well, glad you're here. Glad you're rolling. I don't know if you saw, but I was just showing everyone my stack of movies. Hoping my wife isn't here. But all these movies, I spent about $20 on all of them. Got a deal.
My man.
Actually, that was a lie because this was like $20 by itself. But brand new commentary from Zack Snyder. Haven't listened to it yet. But 4K nice. Remastered. And you'll see there, Ultimate Edition.
The only edition?
The only edition. So I apologize for my appearance. There's a lot of natural light in here, and that light right there is really bright. So still trying to get settled in the new place.
Oh, good. Well, I look like a bum because I was pulling an Ethan. And I was mowing.
No.
And so I took
this thing grass.
Yep. So I had to take a shower real fast, so I look like poop. But here we are to talk about some movie news that I'm actually quite excited about, Gary.
Same. And just want you guys to know, I don't want to brag on us, but I'm going to. Not trying to sound prideful, but I'm in the middle of moving, getting settled in a new house. You're doing yard work, mowing that grass, and we didn't let that stop us from doing the show today. Here we are. Dedication, folks.
That's right. Much dedication. So let's start this bad boy off. Gary, what's the first thing on our agenda? Because I do not have mine pulled up. I'm a complete slacker at the moment.
Hey, I got you. Let's see. I talked about my Blu-rays.
Good.
And what'd you watch this week?
This week, well, I did a little throwback, not too far, but I went back and I watched 2 movies this week. One was Battle Los Angeles, which I don't care what anyone says. I love that movie. I mean, it's just fun.
Aaron
there's little
Eckhart.
plot. Yes, Aaron Eckhart. A little bit of plot. I mean, it really is just aliens show up, crap, we need to survive. That's really the whole movie. But you know what? I had a lot of fun with it. And then I went way back and finished off watching the trilogy for D3, The Mighty Ducks. And
slide together.
Yeah, that movie does not hold up, but it's just a good.
It doesn't.
It does not hold up at all.
Yeah.
But you know what?
D3.
Yeah, D3
Yeah.
doesn't hold up at all.
Yeah.
The first Mighty Duck still holds up.
Mm-hmm.
The second one kind of, and the third one is just like, this is just ridiculous. But
I love the second one. Yeah, they get. Is that third one? They get like some scholarship to go to prep school.
Yeah,
and like Charlie's upset because people are growing up. He's like, how dare you not live for my hockey team? How dare you, coach? He's like,
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah. You got to keep the Ducks together,
Yep.
So, okay. So breaking news, Andrea is actually Damien, our good buddy Damien. Damien, thanks for watching. Welcome. So let's see. Like I said, I've been moving, trying to get settled. Only thing I watched this week was reruns of Seinfeld, and my wife and I did watch the This Is Us finale the other day, which was, they brought it with that finale, and showing my age. And yesterday I did watch the Friends reunion, and it was so good, so good.
You can have it, sir.
My wife's mad at me because I watched it without her.
Well, that's what she gets.
Yeah. But yeah, I do plan to watch some more stuff this weekend, though.
All right.
We'll check out some stuff.
So, all right, now, moving on to our topic. I have no idea which is first. I think we're talking some important mergers, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we're talking about? So,
yep.
So we'll just throw this one up there because I can't remember which is which. But of course, we have the Warner Media and Discovery merger, which honestly kind of came out of nowhere. This was one that it just kind of surprised everyone, and even some people at Warner Media was kind of surprised. And so there are some good, some bad. But what have you heard out there, Gary?
Very little, but I did know it was a giant surprise. So I thought Discovery was owned by Disney. Was I wrong on that?
I guess so.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think Discovery was big enough to buy anybody. I thought it was just like the Discovery Channel. But then when I looked it up, they have like TLC, Animal Planet, what the Housing Network, whatever that one's called, Home Network, whatever it is. Either way, where all that housing stuff is, and they actually have a lot under their umbrella. So I was like, oh, okay, they're an actual big company. Oh, I had no idea. Yeah.
Well, they brought Warner Media, and we'll see where this goes. So I don't know. I don't know what their plans are.
So probably here's probably the biggest thing that I heard, Gary, that I loved is Discovery. They buy out Warner Media, and part of Discovery's plan is they absolutely hate the in-theater and online thing at the same time. So Discovery would now encompass HBO Max and all that kind of stuff too. Mm-hmm. So their plans are to do away with that and make everything theaters only first, and then it'll release later. And so they're looking at movies like Dune and a couple others are coming out later this year to take it off HBO Max until whatever plan they have. It has to be 2 months or something like that in theater before they release it on streaming. Which for me, I'm like, okay, Discovery, if that's the kind of stuff you're looking at, I feel a whole lot better.
Oh yeah, do it. That's how it should be.
Yeah, and so that's exciting. And then the other part, which this part, Gary, I don't know how you feel about it. There's rumor, nothing's been confirmed, that they're looking to sell DC. And there's rumors that Disney is like, well, we'll take DC too. So again, all rumors. All right, don't go out there like Efren broke some scoop. This is rumors. And if that's the case, I figured you wouldn't have heard this, Gary. So now everyone gets to see your actual reaction. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know what to think. So that would be like Marvel and DC would be under the same umbrella?
Pretty much. Same distributor, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I don't know what to think, honestly, because didn't really care for what Disney did with Star Wars or Rise of Skywalker. But I love what they've done with Marvel, and maybe they can clean up some DC stuff. But that is interesting. That is an interesting thought. I need some time to process that.
Yeah. I know. See, for me, my initial thoughts when I was reading these things, I'm like, DC and Warner Brothers is like, they just go together. Like they're married to me, So to me, it's like, no, like Warner, like just keep DC, like Discovery, keep DC under Warner, and just tell them how to do things right. How about that?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they have the right plans, but let's see that happen. Because like what you said, like if they do sell it and let's say Disney come in and say, hey, like we'll take them. I'm with you. Lightning struck once with Marvel, and they got a genius in Kevin Feige who was able to hold all the stories and stuff together, at least through 3 phases. I don't know about this phase 4. That's a discussion for another day. But at least through the first 3 phases of Marvel, they were able to keep the story going, and they were able to keep all that. So that was great and all that. But then when you said, you see what they did with Star Wars, they didn't make a right hire in Kathleen Kennedy, and she's running into the ground. And now there's all kinds of stuff about, will they get rid of her? Are they going to do something different? It's just an absolute mess. So obviously Disney knows what they're doing, and they have no idea what they're doing. And so I wouldn't want to see, because to me, there are at least some strengths in DC right now, but I wouldn't want to see it fall under Disney and then really demolished.
Yeah. Yeah. Like what you said, I've always associated DC with Warner Brothers. Always saw the logo before all the Batman movies, and it would be weird to see the Disney logo or whatever you would call it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Cole on here, he says he's okay with that. Only, like we said, he did fantastic with the Marvel movies, and DC has gotten better with the Zack cuts. Indeed. Which Warner was like, okay, we're going to do this. Oh, whoops, we messed up. Okay, here's your Snyder cut. But, whatever. So, and then I guess Damien's actually on here saying, hey, let it happen. Let's have a Marvel versus DC movie. That would be sick.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can. Listen, here's the only problem, Damien. We can't even get a Marvel versus DC video game. I don't know if we'll pull off a movie. I just don't know if we can.
I don't even know how they would even begin to go about that.
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, first you got to get everything under this same umbrella. And they just took on Fox and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's the other thing I don't think will happen, just because I think they'll have too much of a monopoly on things, and I don't think
Disney just wants to own everything.
They do. It's the mouse. See the mouse got tired of being chased. Now he wants to rule the world.
Yep. Everybody wants to rule the world, especially Mickey Mouse.
Yes, he does.
Yep. Hey, my dog's here. Cash is returned.
Welcome, Cash. My dogs are passed out because I made them stay outside for a while mowing.
Gotcha.
Whatever. So, but speaking of mergers, and we're just going to continue on here, because I'm pretty sure that's what's next, is now Amazon has bought MGM. And this one, and thing is, like, it's surprising that they bought MGM to me. But what isn't surprising is that Amazon made, like, this move, right? Because, I mean, Amazon's been swirling around. Will they buy AMC? Are they going to, will they buy more? Like, they've been talking about opening up their own theater chain, stuff like that, open up their own studio. So Amazon has been trying to get into the movie game. And now we have official confirmation that they have done that by buying MGM. And Gary, I don't know what all you've heard about this, but sir, what are your first thoughts on this one?
I think it just goes on to what we were just talking about. I think 10 years from now, maybe 5 years from now, there are going to be 2 companies that we go to everything for. We go to Disney and we go to Amazon. And it's going to be, everything's going to fall under that. I mean, I've heard rumors about Amazon. When I heard they wanted to buy Target, like I had to return something to Amazon the other day, and I went to Kohl's. Right. They're just involved everywhere. But I mean, I've been pretty happy with some of the stuff. We'll talk about some of their releases here in a minute that Amazon's put out, and if this would help them put out more stuff, I'm okay with it. And I just hope they don't go the HBO Max route where they take things out of the theater. As you guys know how we feel about that. But I mean, okay. So while we're on this subject, what's going on with the Bond movie? Or is Amazon going to release it? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't MGM? Don't they own James Bond, right?
Yeah, that falls under. Yeah, that does. That falls under them. And then like, I did hear though that now I'm stuttering. I did hear that James Bond was supposed to have an October release, but I don't know if that's sticking.
Yeah,
but we'll kind of see. But yeah, that falls under MGM. And there's a couple others I was looking at it, and again, because of the activities of the day, I didn't pull up my list. But they have a list of pretty like big franchises under that MGM umbrella. So here we go. We got Caleb here putting some stuff out.
Okay.
Yeah, they co-own James Bond with MGM. Okay, that actually makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
So that makes a lot of sense. And he also puts in here the MGM is a mess, not worth $8.4 million for best library.
How they paid? Holy cow!
Amazon bought MGM to reboot and to remake every IP MGM currently owns, which MGM's been kind of trying to do that anyways, like trying to remake and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know. Like we said, like there have been some things that were Amazon originals that we liked, like our first review we ever did in the Best of Night. We liked that one. Maybe you guys saw my review if you haven't yet of Without Remorse, starring Michael B. Jordan, Amazon original. Thought that was pretty good. So yeah, I mean, like you said, if they're going to see, I always have a problem with remakes and reboots.
Me too.
Because one is just like, because they either don't do the source material right and they destroy things, or they just say we're going to completely, just start over, and we just want you to come along from this ride from day one. And it's just so hard. It's so hard to do that because it's like, but those other ones exist. We can't just erase them.
Well, what about that? I've had the issue with that since they recast Omar Epps as what, they recast Wesley Snipes in Major League 2 with Omar Epps. I've had an issue with it all the time. I can't pretend like that is Willie Mays Hayes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel the same thing. You can't just, and I get it. For me, it depends on how much time has gone by. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. Is this going to be a new streaming service where it's just MGM, or is Amazon going to put all the MGM stuff on their streaming service? I don't know. Like, it's just kind of, remains to be seen.
Yep. I don't know. I'm like with most people when it comes to Amazon. Yes, of course, I buy from them and stuff because you can't beat next day shipping and you don't have to leave your house. But
ordered these headphones yesterday afternoon and they got here right before the show started. I guess they're earpods. What do you call them? Earbuds? AirPods? I don't know. You got headphones. I grew up there with headphones. So.
You got fancy stuff, man. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know. I like it.
But
at least I have headphones now. I lost them for a while.
Sure.
But
yeah. So I'm just like, all right, kind of cool. But that's my thing. If they're going to do this, like, don't make everything on Amazon. Release it in theaters. Like if you're gonna do new like James Bond and stuff. Oh, sorry. Like, thank you. Like it better not be straight to Amazon stuff. Like that would make me mad.
That's not cool.
No, not cool
at all. I will say, as a kid, I always loved the MGM intro with the lion roaring.
Yes.
I was like that one. What was the other one with the horse was running? Yeah, I like that one. Yeah,
that was the Pegasus.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. But anyway,
Disney, Amazon, and Google will own it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Cole even puts it out. You either go to the bots or the mouse to see or buy anything in the next few years.
Yeah.
So
we appear to be headed that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's the direction that we're going, and it could be very, very crazy. So Bobby Day said, "Can't wait for the legal Bond Stargate reboots."
Stargate. Oh, I remember Stargate.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
So I think Bobby might be saying Legally Blonde. I think is what he's trying to.
Oh,
I think that's what he's trying to put on there.
Or is it a Legally Blonde James Bond crossover?
Oh my gosh, that would be terrible. That would just ruin so much.
I've never seen that. I've never seen Legally Blonde.
I unfortunately saw the first one and just terrible. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Legally Blonde. That's what I thought. So yeah.
Hold on, I gotta shut my door because the people in my house are promoting nonsense outside. They're yelling.
Oh dear heavens! Of course. So that's what ends up happening, folks. So that's what's going on with some of those big mergers. If you haven't heard that, and we're just trying to see what ends up happening. People are trying to make big moves. Some people seems like they may be trying to save, theater and all that kind of stuff. Other people seem like they're going against it. Either way, I don't like it one bit. All right, Sir Gary is back. And we are going to keep moving on here.
Word of the day is merger.
Yeah, it really is. But we are going to move on from mergers now and talk about some future stuff.
It's enough business talk.
Yeah. And speaking of future and speaking of Amazon, there is a trailer out there, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's for a movie called The Tomorrow War, which is starring Chris Pratt and as the main guy. And if you look on there, as you see, again, now this is an Amazon original movie, so it'll be on Amazon Prime, as you see there, July 2nd. So obviously, to me, it seems like, okay, we're going to really try to hone in here on the Independence Day, fiasco with the July 4th kind of weekend release. Because this movie, again, if you watch the trailer, go check it out. Trailer looks pretty cool. But it's people come into the past where Chris Pratt, I didn't catch the character's name, in the time era he lives, and they say, hey, there's a future war with aliens, and we're coming to train you now because we need more people to take them out. And, of course, he's already like an Army Ranger or something important, so he knows how to shoot stuff. And so that's why it's called the Tomorrow War, and he gets shoved into the future to shoot some aliens. Mm-hmm. That sounds like it's pretty much it. And
sign me up.
I know. Tell me more.
Trailer's great. Trailer's really good. Like always, it's getting some. I'm not gonna claim it's gonna be as good as this movie. I was getting some Edge of Tomorrow vibes. Mm-hmm. I was getting some, obviously, aliens. Yes. This looks really cool. Nice concept into the future. Mm-hmm. I like Chris Pratt, so it's like a good movie.
Yeah, Cole is excited about this one. He did bring up the other day. He's like, have you seen this trailer? I'm like, yes, and we are talking about it, sir. And it does feel like Edge of Tomorrow, Independence Day, stuff like that. Kind of seems like they're merging these things together, which it could be good. With the time travel. Yeah, maybe a little bit of Terminator. So we'll see. Sometimes when you start merging different things together and different ideas and different kind of genres, what ends up happening is a pretty cool movie. And so I'm hoping that it is pretty cool. I'll definitely be checking this out July 2nd, and hopefully Gary will as well. And we will be having a review for you when that comes out. So this is one that, honestly, when we did what we're looking forward to the most in the summer, I hadn't seen this trailer. And then it popped up. Yeah, it popped up on my YouTube feed, and then I watched it. I'm like, oh, now this is added. So I figured we'd talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I watched it the other day. You sent it to me. I was like, I didn't even know of this. And, took a break from work, watched the trailer. I was like, all right, I'll watch that.
Yeah. Now, Bobby brings up a good one here. This is pretty hilarious. Seems like they would just go to the past and change the future instead of bringing people for cannon fodder. So, we need some pawns. Stick them in the front line. Yes. This is... him bringing that up is like, well, maybe we're just having the Armageddon kind of thing. Like, wouldn't it be easier to teach astronauts how to drill? Just be quiet, Yeah.
We need this. Armageddon, you can check that. We talk about that in our Guilty Pleasures episode from about a year ago.
Yeah, we did. So maybe this will follow suit. It'll just be stupid because it's like, oh, yeah, that makes more sense. But here we are.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, I think for me, too, it's just, as Bobby says, like Chris Pratt's in this. I like him, so hopefully he'll make it fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty cool poster too.
Yeah, that poster is pretty sick.
So, excited for that one. I wish it was going in theaters.
I know, right?
But,
it probably would be fun. But if it's anything like, Without Remorse, like that would have been a movie. Like it was good watching at home, but I didn't really need a theater for it. So I don't know this one. This one, I don't know if this one may feel that way or not. If we watch it, it's like, man, I really wish we had it in the theater. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Nice.
And then we do have another trailer. And, Gary, I really want to get your thoughts before I say anything. But it was the trailer for The Eternals. This has been talked about, for a long time. And we talked about when Phase 4 is coming out and stuff like that. Gary, what do you think? What were your initial thoughts, my man?
I think it looks good. I don't know a whole lot about these characters. This is, but I mean, it looks like Phase 4 is going the mythical route, tying into a lot of the deeper characters in the universe that we didn't really see. And I mean, it looks like a really good movie. So I saw where I'm trying to remember the actress's name that's in it.
Which one?
Well, Angelina Jolie, and was that Selma Hayek? She's in it too.
Selma Hayek's in it. The girl with the green there, that's that Gemma Chan. Honestly, I don't remember much of what she's in. I just know a lot of people talked about her. And then go to the right, black dude right there. That's the same dude in Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, conspiracy theorist.
And then there's Harold or Kumar, all the way on the left. One of those.
There is.
He's in this too. I like. Here's the thing. For me, Gary, when I saw this trailer, I didn't think it was all that exciting. The trailer did not get me excited because I'm like you. Like honestly, I know nothing about these people. Like, yes, I love Marvel and all this stuff, but there are just too many comics, man. I can't read them all.
Yeah, there's a lot.
All right. Yeah. Like it was just a lot, and this is one that I just don't really know much about. But here's the thing that kind of killed me in the trailer is like, we've been watching over humanity, and we don't interfere. And it was like, but we showed them how to build stuff, and we showed them how to progress, but we don't interfere. And it's like, but now, and they're like, we don't interfere, but now's the time that we must step in. And I'm just like, so is this going to take place before Thanos, or is this going to be like behind the scenes of when Endgame and stuff happens? Because I'm just like, okay, so Thanos wasn't a reason. Like if we're going chronologically, it wasn't a reason to step in, but now something else bigger than Thanos is stepping in. So I was just
half of humanity was taken away. I guess that doesn't matter. I didn't even think of that. Like I said, I watched the trailer. I know very little about them, and my question is: this going to be like a new franchise in Marvel, or is this going to be a bridge to other movies? Like to me, it looked like a bridge.
Yeah.
Bobby there says, let's see, maybe they were scared of Thanos.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. Which at that point, it's just like, wow, you guys are eternal, but you're scared of this guy. Like, I don't know. I mean, but it's true. Maybe they were. I guess I'm just kind of like, too many questions, man. I mean, I'll probably still see it just because it's like I'm curious Marvel. Because I know nothing about it, and kind of like what Bobby even put here. He thought the trailer was bad, but Marvel hasn't really produced a flop, But and it's just like, oh, I didn't even see that last part there. How can you not help with Thanos? Like it is. Yeah. It just doesn't. I don't know. See, trailers are supposed to be exciting, right? Like, for instance, you knew nothing of Godzilla and stuff like that. You saw the Godzilla versus Kong trailer, and you're like, I'm freaking there. I can't wait. And like this is like, unless you're like a super comic nerd, like that knows about Eternals and stuff, like you're not going to look at this trailer and be like, I'm so excited. Yeah. It just wasn't very good. And I can't remember the last time Marvel produced a trailer where I was like, that looks terrible. Like I just can't remember the last time that happened for me. And I had that with this. Yeah, I don't know anything about them really, and it's one of those wait and see, and it's one of those things. I guess it's a nod to Marvel, like what Bobby said. It's like we just trust Marvel Studios. We just trust them, Not everything they've made has been a masterpiece, but like you said, has really been a flop, Right.
But I see this as Marvel trying to just do different stuff, you know, to
Which I'm okay
step
with.
up. Yeah, no doubt. I will say I didn't like this trailer as much as the what was the I'm horrible with names. The Rings trailer. What was it called?
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I like that trailer a lot better than I liked this one.
Yeah.
So
unless they're purposely trying to like keep things under wrap until you get the theater, unless they're just trying to make you curious enough to come check it out. Which I mean, that's me. Like I'm curious enough because I don't know enough about these characters, and I want to see who they are. I want to see how they fit in. So like that's why I'll be there, even though this trailer looked terrible. But maybe that's what they're purposely trying to do. Caleb put us out here. He says the Eternals comics are definitely worth a read. All right, so we got a guy who actually knows what they're talking about. Okay. Jack Kirby at his finest. And listen, if you're saying Jack Kirby at his finest, like maybe I need to go check out some Eternals comics. So
he's got something else. The Eternals are basically Marvel version of DC's New Gods, Darkseid, and those folks. The Eternals and the New Gods were both created by Jack Kirby. It's basically sci-fi mythology in the vein of Lord of the Rings. All right.
Now that sounds a lot exciting.
Yeah. Caleb, thanks for being here because I didn't know any of that. I just thought, hey, mythical Marvel. Cool.
Yep. But that makes it more exciting, though. I mean, if that's what it is like the New God stuff and things like, okay. Because like I know about the New God stuff, but, I just honestly had never heard of Eternals until they announced it whenever it was last year, year before. I can't remember.
I will say,
appreciate it, Caleb.
This movie sounds like it's really long.
With the dad jokes. Here we go.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Sorry. I'll leave.
No. Good job, sir. But I appreciate it, Caleb. Thanks for educating us, my man.
Yes.
Because we definitely needed more education on that one.
And that right there is why we love the comments. Because we need that.
Help us learn some things because we didn't know all of it.
I don't know. I don't know comics like I should. So
now that's all right though. I mean, there's gonna be, like I said, there's just so many comics out there. There's gonna be some like unless you are just that guy who's like, comics is your thing, like we are with movies, where comics is your thing, and you're gonna read everything that comes out there. You may not have heard of this. I mean, there are
plenty. Like, I don't even know where to start. It's like, where do I start? There's so many.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, and so that's the thing is like, so like for instance, I remember when they came out with Guardians of the Galaxy, and so many people were just like, "What is this? I've never heard of this." But I knew about Guardians of the Galaxy because I knew about because they had a little bit they had the involvings with Fantastic Four and Avengers and different stuff. So it's like, and then I kind of followed what they were doing, and because of their introduction to other things in comics. So it's like, so I knew that, but a lot of people didn't, and then now everyone knows about Guardians of the Galaxy. So maybe this will have the same effect with Eternals, where people be like, "Oh, we want to know more about these," and these are people we don't know. It's kind of like even WandaVision. No one had any idea who Agatha Harkness was.
No
one had any idea, and then that came out, and then everyone went and found out. Now, some people, if you follow again comics and Scarlet Witch story and stuff, you knew who she was and all that. But a lot of people didn't know that. So we'll see. Hopefully, this will be a launching point for Marvel, and some people may not like that people's first exposure is a movie, but sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah, it takes you. Yeah, checking it out. I've done that several times. Go check out the source material after liking the movie. I was one of those. I had no idea what Guardians of the Galaxy was. I was like, that was a great trailer. I want to see that raccoon shooting a gun. So.
Yep. So here you are. So. I will say the Eternals trailer did get me curious enough to go see, but it didn't get me excited, if that makes sense.
No, that does make sense. Curious but not excited. I think that is a great way to put it. And I'll throw myself in there too. Curious, not really excited, Yeah. You know what I am excited about seeing? Which we got to figure out. Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
I'm excited about seeing that.
Yes. Very, very excited about that.
It is getting great reviews.
No, it is. So theory for the day, the snaps, and Vito were there. There were 4. Brought Galactus back and is coming to the Earth. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So, yeah.
Yeah, right on.
I mean, that could be exciting. I mean, Kevin Feige. I mean, people are talking about Kevin Feige is like, the comics are not necessarily like source material, but they are like they're kind of making their own universe through the movies, but they're still trying to kind of do stuff. So we'll see. Maybe he'll tie some of that stuff in there. And Kayla's back in it. The Eternals are deep intertwined with Inhumans, which makes sense to me, honestly. But I doubt they'll ever do that movie because Kevin Feige hates Inhumans and views it as an inferior version of the X-Men. Well, that is a shame. I personally like the Inhumans. I think Inhumans are cool. But that's a shame that that's how Kevin Feige views them. And them being intertwined with them makes a lot more sense. But I do have to say, like, my knowledge of Inhumans is not comic. It's through like cartoon shows. Like, that's my knowledge of Inhumans are through like the old Marvel cartoon shows and some of the, like, I guess it's old now, early 2000s stuff. So I don't really know a lot of comic stuff. I just know like the shows. So the fact that they're intertwined, that's very interesting.
Oh,
but it's a shame. It's a darn shame that he doesn't like them.
I need to write down Google Inhumans.
Yeah, they did come out with, I guess it was supposed to be a movie, and then it was a show. Either way, it was some kind of debacle, and it just wasn't good at all. It wasn't good at all. But that explains a lot. If Kevin Feige doesn't like one, then there you go. That's what's going on. So that's all we have for today, good people. We just wanted to hit some of that movie news and talk about some of those trailers that came out this past week. We are excited. I'm trying to make it a point to go see both A Quiet Place and Cruella this weekend.
Excuse me. Yeah. Yes, definitely want to see both of those, especially A Quiet Place 2. So, so words of the day, merger, trailers, debacle. So comment along. What do you think about that movie news? And hopefully these mergers we talked about won't be bad. And
and as always, if you haven't yet, if you're watching us, you last this long, thank you. Subscribe if you haven't, share, turn on the bell, hit that like button to please the YouTube gods so we are able to pop up more in your feed whenever things come up, whenever we put things out.
Please like us, please. We're fun.
We're just keeping it laid back, man. We're just trying to have a good time.
I may not know comics, but we have fun.
Yeah, but other things like wrestling knowledge.
Yeah. Speaking of.
Oh no, here we go. Boom, yeah.
Oh, dang it, hit my microphone.
Yeah. So plenty to talk about, and hopefully this weekend we'll have a review on one, if not both of those movies that we're excited about, because the summer movie season is officially kicking off tonight, actually. So
it's here. It's here.
It is here, and we are excited. And there's 2 movies that came out the same weekend, dagnabbit, and I got to figure out a way to watch both. I was trying to have a double feature with the wife on Monday, but it's just way too long for a babysitter. So we might watch one of them. I got to figure out when to watch the other.
Yeah. Let us know. We might tag along if we can find a babysitter.
Sounds good.
So, well, all right.
Yeah.
Peace out, homies.
See you, everyone. Thanks for being here.